Hey, what's up, everybody? Nathan Chase, Chase at the Movies, and reviews 3 movies that you can watch that are currently on Netflix in the top 10. The first movie that we have is called Fatal Affair. Nia Long, Omar Epps is in here. I know you heard what people been saying on the streets. The movie is totally 100% predictable. Who cares? It's Nia Long, it's Omar Epps. Nia Long plays Ellie. She has a job. Omar Epps, a friend from high school, college, he shows up. They go out and, have a couple of too many drinks, and it gets hot and heavy. And he say, "You're my girlfriend." And she go, "I got a husband." He go, "No, you don't. Not no more." So the movie is about him trying to convince her that you don't need your husband no more because it's like you sleeping with a stranger. So, he even got close to her girlfriend, came over to the house, and look, Nia Long's husband still don't know nothing. He just like, wow, this guy's friendly. And then he found out why he was really, really friendly. And then since Nia Long was so pretty, he was just like, "Baby, why you just didn't tell me?" And then they find out that Omar is like really, really crazy. But if you like Nia Long, you like Omar Epps, it's a good movie because Nia Long is still, she's still Nia Long from Friday. And Omar Epps, he just make them crazy eyeball looks. He was making, Ellie. She was like, "Man, you need to chill." So just watch it for that. You kind of know where it's going to go and how it's going to happen. But, it's Netflix, still good movie. Nia Long produced it. She put it together. I watched it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't Fatal Attraction, but it wasn't the worst dating gone wrong movie I ever seen. So, if you have time, check it out. It's only an hour and a half. That's a good thing right there. It's nice hour and a half, little short movie. I'ma kill you. With drinks? No, it was just drinks. It's good. It's funny. Look, when a movie is simple like this, you don't go way over the top. You just gotta look for the little humor spots in there. That nice little humor spots in there. Don't take it personal. You didn't look. It's an hour and a half. You didn't lose your whole life. If it was a 2-hour movie, yeah, 2.5 hours, yeah. Only an hour and a half, real quick. He comes in, go crazy. They do what they gotta do, and then you can just see how it kind of plays out. Another movie that you can watch that's streaming on Netflix right now is The Last Days of Crime in America. This movie stars Edgar Ramirez, who actually used to be a news reporter. How about that? News reporter. Now he's that cool guy all up in the movie. Edgar is a criminal. His brother goes to jail, but his brother ends up dying because the government has a thing where they can control your brain. So if you think about crime, then it just like jacks your brain up. So his brother ends up dying. When his brother dies, the other guy, it was Kevin Cash. That's that crazy looking guy right there. He plays Kevin Cash. He's a drug dealer's son that wants to make a name for himself. So he wants to rob the government before they turn the brain thing on everybody. They're going to get rid of the police, disband the police. How about that? They're going to disband the police and then turn the brain thing on. So if you think about doing crime, then it just hurts your head and you can't do nothing. But before that happened, crazy Kevin, my daddy's a dope dealer, but he don't respect me. He wants to rob the mint of all this money, like billions of dollars of money, and just like run across the bridge to Canada or across the water to Canada, so before the radar comes on. And since Edward, his name's Brick in the movie, since his brother died in prison and he was there with him, he was like, you know what? I know what happened to your brother. Let's get this money. And then that'd be like our payback. It'd be like, you rich and I'm rich, even though your brother dead, but I get to prove to my daddy that I'm a big time. But then also, there's Kevin's girlfriend. What's her name? Shelby. Shelby ain't loyal. She ain't loyal to nobody. She don't love Brick. She don't love Kev. She don't love nobody. But she do got some issues she trying to work out. So she kind of like, playing people a little to the left, a little to the right, because she caught up, and you'll find out, why in the movie. But there's a couple of double crosses that happen. The movie The movie is actually 2.5 hours long, and I was like, this better be good. And it took a while to develop the character because it's a lot of people, it's a lot of different people, a lot of moving pieces in there, and it takes a while to set up the heist. It was a lot of action all the way till they got to the actual heist. Going to rob the money was only like the last 20 minutes of the movie. Everything else was just the fighting and the conflict in between with pretty much everybody they ran into. They just ran into people and fighting, and a little bit of double crossing here and there, and people looking for them. But it was a lot of action in the movie. I really liked Kevin Cash. I really liked him in the movie. That actor, he was really over the top. I thought he was gonna be like annoying, like my daddy. I got guns, bing, 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 and he was kind of like that in the beginning. I was like, man, can he die early? But he stayed through the whole movie, and his character actually got better because he actually got crazier and crazier. And you thought he was gonna say something about Brick and Shelby hooking up, because every time you looked up, they were somewhere kissing each other. I'm like, man, what's really going on in this movie? But it still had the action, it had the little drama. American movies got to, put a little love. Netflix had to put a little love scene in there and stuff like that. So yeah, it did get hot and heavy with the sex. So if they got a little naked in there. So if you got kids, you don't want them to see no booty. They showed the booty and all that, because Shelby, she ain't loyal. She is not loyal to anybody. Oh my God, I do not like her. But she played a good role of making me not like her. But it's a great movie. Check it out. The Last Days of Crime in America. The third and final movie that you can watch on Netflix, or the top 3 movies you can watch on Netflix is streaming right now, is The Old Guard. This has Charlize Theron and Kiki Lang. She's the one that looks like Rudy Huxtable. Yes, she does. She does look like a girl, Rudy Huxtable. But anyway, The Old Guard is about warriors, people that used to fight back in the day, and they died, but then they came back to life. And now they spend the rest of their life finding other people that it happened to, and they go around, still fighting the good fight and trying to do good deeds. But they always have to find the new person and then convince them that you die, but you can come back to life. And, they don't believe it. So Charlize Theron, she's like the leader of the group, because she's like Papa Smurf. Oh, she's like been around for like a really, really long time. So she's like the leader of the group. But Kiki, she's like in the Marines, and she ends up dying and comes back to life, and everybody looking at her like, you weird Marine. I'm like, well, that's the way y'all gonna do, devil dogs. But anyway, so once that happens to somebody, the group has to go and find that person and then convince them that, you dead, but you're alive, and you get to do it over and over. So just like leave your family and just like come hang with us, because you ain't got no friends no more. And they had to convince Kiki of that, and she like really wasn't trying to hear it in the beginning. She really wasn't. So her and Charlize Theron, what was her name in there? They had to fight. They had to have a good fight. It was a very, right there on the plane, that very good fight, because old girl just was not buying it, and Charlize was like, you can't die. And she was like, leave me alone. She was like, and she like break her arm. And she was like, oh, I still don't believe you. And then she went up there and tried to fight her again. Then she broke her leg, and she was like, that hurt. And then she was like, it don't hurt no more. She's like, I told you. But at the same time, there was a scientist that's trying to capture them, because he wants to use their DNA to basically sell it. He say he care about people. He don't care. Never mind. But he wants to get their DNA and capture them. So he uses another guy that was kind of getting close to them to set them up, to make sure that they was actually existed, to try to capture them. So they trying to avoid him and go after him at the same time, and convince the new girl that she's a part of the group and she can get in. And then they actually find out that one of the members is like the next person to die, because after your 9 lives actually wear off at some point, but they gotta like go get rid of the doctor that's trying to kill them before they actually get like old and get killed too many times. So it was like, how many times can they die? So it was an action packed movie, but then it was sad because you was like, well, who gonna die? One of them, well, somebody not gonna make it. Oh man, I just started liking all of y'all. It's like, well, you knew it wasn't the new girl. The new girl wasn't gonna get it, but it's one of the older people. But it was still a lot of action. It was 2 guys was in there kissing. So if you don't like guys kissing, they was kissing. 2 of the fighting guys. They like knew each other from like way back in the horse and carriage days. And it's like, I still love you, Pierre. I still love you. Mwah! They kissed each other before they like died again. So it was like, there's a whole bunch of like Groundhog Day stuff, but it was still good. It was still kind of sad because it was like, who's dying? But I was like, get over it. It's a movie. Relax. Don't be so sensitive. But check out TheOldGuard. Charlize Theron is up in there. Kiki Lane, the new actress, little Rudy Huxtable's all up in there getting busy, getting her fight scenes on. The fight scenes was very good. Shoot 'em up, action. I liked it. Great movie. 3 movies you can see on Netflix right now. Chase at the movies and reviews. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on. You got something you want me to watch? Anything but Shakespeare. I've already watched it.